Hi everyone. It has been a hot minute, nearly a year since the last time I've actually done an update. This would be my, nearly 6 month block update, and I guess a little bit of a life update. You can probably guess from the background that this is not the same place I've been recording in for the last, I want to say, 4 years, and that is because I have moved. Me and my small family, we have bought a house. Well, a duplex, but I live on one side, I have some family living on the other side, and we've been here since April, I want to say, and there was a lot of prep leading up to it, a lot of bank and lawyer and transportation issues going on with that, so yeah, I wasn't in the headspace, especially considering that it was like so many different things going on. But after a whole lot of rigmarole, a lot of hard work, uh, I got the easy part there. I had family, friends, and a good lawyer doing all of the hard work for me. But we're here, finally here, and I was a homeowner before I turned 35, which is crazy because my parents never really had that chance. There was an attempt made, but life and the economy and things such as they were, it didn't really work out for them, so they didn't get to keep the place where we live. So, all of that rambling to say, we have moved. Everything's not perfect, but it's home, and that is a bit of a mind-blowing thing. So, yeah, really quick video today, just telling you that's why you haven't seen me. We've been dealing with, finding a new home, applying for a loan for the new home, moving into the new home, and we still have a handful of boxes that we still need to unpack. We've been here since April. It is now December 30th, 2022, and we have still yet to unpack the last couple of boxes. So it's been a transition, it's been an adventure, it has been so many different things. It wasn't easy for certain, and we are all settling in nicely. So yeah, Pancake is still around, a little bit, walking a little bit stiff. She has a bit of a bacterial infection. We're going to get that sorted out in the new year once I can carry her to the really fancy vet across town. Emma is in, she's in K3, oh my god, another 2 years and she'll be in elementary school. Yeah, work is going great. Friendship's going strong so far. In as much as I'm aware, anyway. I've had one or two situations where things kind of blew up in my face, so never say never, right? But, hoping for the best with all of that stuff. And, that's the basic life stuff done. I have been sewing a whole lot and crafting a whole lot. I had to downsize my doll collection to help pay for some of the stuff that we needed during, COVID and then with moving. So, yeah, that's been going well. So, we're going to move on to what you all usually are here for, which is a hair update. It has grown quite significantly since the last time you've seen it. Postpartum shedding is pretty much non-existent now. I mean, there's one or two little bitty ones that I kind of cultivated to replace the ones that have fallen out. So they're coming along nicely. I do have a bit of an issue with lint, but I'll get to that in a second. But first, I may have to lift my chair up a little bit so you can see and back up. So this is where we are right now. And this, I'm not even in frame. So this is about mid-back. Yeah. And from the front, we are a little bit past boob length. So bra strap length in the back and all of that stuff. So As for the hair in the back, you might not be able to see it. Oh, there's some. I do have an issue with, what is that? Embedded lint in my locks. I am on the fence about dyeing it. I've purchased the dye. You can kind of see these little white spots, and I've heard some person say that you can take it out with tweezers, but this stuff is kind of really stuck in there, and I'm really concerned that if I go picking at it with tweezers, I'm going to damage something and cause things to pop off, which is not what I'm into, because we're only just getting my edges to finally properly recover from postpartum shedding, so we're not doing that. So in the next week or so, if it still bothers me enough, I will probably dye these back sections, because it's not so much the top, it's just the back here where I have this fuzzy gray sweater that I have decided I'm either going to dye a darker color or throw away, because this is problematic. But yeah, this is what we're looking like. Products wise, I'm still using Swab shampoos. I am still using the Blue Magic hair grease. Every once in a while I might run some oil through the length of this. I have not been very good about tying my hair up at night, which is probably the secondary reason why I have so many issues with lint at the moment. I'm not nearly as diligent as I used to be when it comes to retightenings. A friend of mine gave me the suggestion that I just put when I finish a retighten in my calendar, so that if I start to wonder, hey, when's the last time I did it, I can go back and double check. I think the last time it was like almost going on 9 weeks since my last retighten, and that has probably led to a little bit of slippage with the littler ones up at the front. So, yeah, I have no New Year's resolutions. I have no plans or massive things to say about 2023. I am going to step quietly, do what I need to do, and hopefully save a lot more than I did in 2022. That's one thing that's just been an ongoing goal of mine, to save as much as I possibly can. Not only for like emergencies, but like investments, and just having like that financial cushion. I want to leave something behind for my daughter. I don't want to live like my parents lived, where they lived from paycheck to paycheck, which, you know, I'm not knocking it for people if that's how they prefer to live. It's just, I feel a lot more comfort knowing that I have the financial means in case of emergency to just pull what I need and still have a lot more left over, rather than have to fret, how am I going to do this, what am I going to do, and then juggling such a small amount to try and cover everything that happens at once. Like, I'm officially to the point in my life where I've decided I'm too old for that. I'm too old to be stressing out about how we're going to be paying bills and stuff. Like, although, to think of it, that hasn't really been a huge to-do for me, since, you know, we've been pretty good about that. I think COVID was the only time where we really let bills fall to the wayside, but then that was because me nor my husband were working, and the only means of income we had was making face masks during COVID, and we were able to make ends meet, and we practically drained our savings during the panini. So yeah, there's so to be here in our own place, just kind of chilling and not having to worry about where my next meal is coming from, is so much more than a lot of people around the world are able to do, and I'm just grateful. Every now and then I feel really ungrateful about what I have, and I have to catch myself and remind myself that, hey, you didn't have this 4 years ago, and to be appreciative of what I have. And I've noticed that is the one big thing that seems to help things to spring forward, is keeping a positive mindset and being grateful for every single thing that I have. Be it good, bad, mediocre, it doesn't matter. Being grateful, I feel, is one of the biggest things that has improved my life until this point. And I still have my moments. I had a couple of days where I just didn't feel like peopling at all, but you know what? big takeaway is that we're all human. We're all going through it. Despite what the it is that we're going through, we're all going through it. And to just remember that, you will make it through it. Just keep pushing. I don't care if it's a quarter step and not even a whole step. Just keep pushing. We'll make it through. And the sound of that airplane is a sign that I need to sign off, and I will see you guys later. Hopefully in the new year I'll be a little bit more on the ball with posting. No promises, but for all of you who have stuck around, all 200 something odd of you, I appreciate you so much for hanging around, and thanks so much for tuning in and making it to the end if you have, and I will see you in the next one.